Hello, and welcome to the Federated Church. This is a new experience for us, so you may ask what's happening. Well, there's been a lot happening, and one of those items is that we are broadcasting virtually for our first ever virtual church service. So we appreciate you attending and watching whenever and wherever you may be seeing this. But as we all know, we're here in Illinois. We are shelter in place. We have limited travel. Our work schedules have changed, and there's plenty to worry about and concern to go around. But the good news, at least for me so far, Kristen hasn't kicked me out of the house. I thought she was going to, but she hasn't. But she did mention one time that she was talking about being a widow to somebody else. I decided not to ask her what that was about. I thought I'd leave it alone. So far, I haven't seen any sharp objects in her hands, so I think we're okay. Um, on some more important notes, I did want to share with you. We've heard from the family of June Bannister, and she passed away on Sunday, March 22nd. So if we could all just take a moment throughout the day and remember her and her family in prayer. She was 94 years old. She was born on June 21st, 1925, and again passed away on March 22nd, 2020. Joy, we have reached out to Joy, and she began the prayer chain. So if you were not aware of that, that may mean that you're not on the prayer chain, and we encourage you to reach out to the office and we'll make sure that you are on that prayer chain. Also, the comments and for the obituary can be found on the Turner Eigner website. Well, we know the COVID-19 virus has not slowed down yet, and neither has our pastoral search committee. They met late last week, and they began working towards finding our new full-time pastor. The session is also met, and we actually had an interview for an interim, or what we're now calling a temporary pastor. And we feel optimistic about filling that role in the relatively near future. We have two other candidates that have expressed interest in that position, and so we'll be reaching out to them in the next few days or week ahead. So we're excited about that. The session has also met several times, and we've discussed how do we continue providing services, and how do we provide physical support and things like that. So we continue to meet monthly, and here are just some of the things that, or not monthly, we continue to meet regularly. Here are some of the things that have come out of that. We've set Jane up to work remotely in her house, and she can remote in through the internet to her computer at the office. So she's continuing to move forward with that. The outreach committee and the search committee will be reaching out to all individuals to make sure that our spiritual, physical, and psychological well-being is in place. If anyone needs anything, please leave a message on our voicemail at church. Jane's picking that up. Don't be afraid to reach out to a session member. We continue to be here for you, and we continue to communicate with one another. We've also been discussing different ways that we can continue to continue to meet in community. One of those is just the way that we're doing right here, but we also recognize that not everybody has access to the internet. So we're working on making sure that there is information, physical written information that can be mailed out, whether that's a bulletin, links to things, or actually maybe even a transcript if somebody's interested. Bill Lupo will continue with our sermons. We'll be recording them in advance, and we'll do our best to make those available by Sunday, one way or another. And if you're uncomfortable with technology, let us know, and we'll see how we can deliver those to you. We have short-term support for weddings, funerals, and communion. And Kristen will begin recording music that will begin to share with the congregation. We ask everyone not to be afraid to reach out and ask for help, share ideas of how we can um, stay in community with one another. And hopefully this response to the COVID virus will be temporary, but we know at this point the world has changed.